Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well this weekend. So as I started coloring one of my mandalas, I thought, wow, this would be a great opportunity to talk about how coloring can actually help you reduce stress. And one of the funny things though is I found these oil pastels, and these are actually my kid's oil pastels from when he was in elementary school, so that must have been over 15 years ago. But I pulled these out because I like the texture of them as well too. I think they have a really nice texture to them, and it's a little bit more challenging because they're not a pointed crayon, so you basically have to try and maneuver and work around and stay within those lines. But I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about coloring and how that can help you reduce stress. And we know nowadays there's a number of adult coloring books that you can buy, or you'll be able to find a lot of different coloring pages on the internet that you can download. And you want something, to be honest, that's a lot more manageable. So as you can see with this mandala, it's pretty manageable because there's not a lot of lines to stay within, but it also creates that ability to focus. So let's talk about coloring and what it does for you to help you. So one of the things I'd mentioned is that it helps reduce stress and anxiety. So when we think about the brain, there is a part of the brain that is targeted when you are coloring, and it is the brain, the part of the brain where it is the fear center, and that part is called the amygdala. And we know that when we have the fear response, the fight or flight response, that's the area that is targeted there. That's the amygdala. So coloring actually has that ability to reduce the stress by targeting this area of the brain. It almost has this kind of same state of meditation when you really start to focus, which is really kind of cool. The other thing that coloring does as well is it improves motor skills and vision. It requires two parts of two hemispheres of the brain. Just kind of put that in there in order to communicate. And the reason I say that is because there has to be like a logic that stays within the lines of the coloring activity. The other part too is you want to find some of the colors that look good. So there has to be a bit of logic around that. So the other thing that coloring does as well is it helps improve sleep. And I don't know about you guys, but when we have electronics all the time around us, we need to be able to reduce that stimulation. And so I turn off my phone, I put it away, and many times when I've talked with parents about kids that have been using electronics or they have electronics in their room, one of the suggestions that I have is that, those electronics should be put away. The parent can actually take the phone or have access to the electronics or turn off the Wi-Fi or whatever to be able to allow for the child to sleep, because we know that the electronics will actually stimulate the brain, and that's not the point of it. We want to be able to create a restful, peaceful period so that everybody can get some sleep. So yes, go ahead and turn off those electronics, and that's okay, so that your child can actually get some sleep. And when you are able to get a better night's sleep, you actually feel better, and you have more energy, and your mood improves. And that's one of the biggest things if you are ever to go and talk to a doctor, talk to a physician. One of the things they're going to ask you is, how's your sleep? And that's one of the things they're going to mention to you is, hey, you've got to improve your sleep. When you improve your sleep, so many other things improve. So that's really important. So go ahead as a parent and take that initiative and turn off the electronics. Okay? And the other option to the electronics is ask your kids to color. They can color something at night. Or what you can do too is you can have an activity, a family activity of coloring before bed. Everybody can sit down at the table. They can pick whatever they want to color, and it can be nice and quiet. You could have some relaxing music, and just go ahead and color. And you can make that into not only a family activity, but an opportunity to kind of slow everything down before bed. And that's okay. The other thing that coloring does is improves focus. The frontal lobe, so the front part of our brain, which controls such things as organizing and problem solving, that allows you to just remain focused. And as I said, it creates that meditative state, and it relaxes that piece, that part of the brain, and creates more focus as you color. Wow, this is looking really good. So there's such a benefit to being able to do some coloring before bed. And I'd recommend that. Something that you can try with your family, because there are benefits to that, not only for your family, but also to yourself. I've had a number of clients that have commented that when we've talked about coloring, that they've said that has helped them improve their stress level significantly, because it almost seems like they move into that meditative state. So as I mentioned, there's lots of coloring pages that you can find on the internet that you can download, that you can use. Oh, this is looking great. I'm just going to finish these last two. And see which colors you're going to pick as you color. Are they calming colors? Are they vibrant colors? There's a lot of research that's gone into types of colors and how that basically triggers behaviors. So we know that when you look at a lot of restaurants, there's colors that are chosen in restaurants that actually make you feel hungry. So there's a lot of research around color. All right. So this is my mandala, and as I've mentioned, I'm going to continue coloring here, but I wanted to take this time to just talk a little bit about the benefits of coloring in terms of reducing stress and anxiety, improving motor skills, improving sleep, improving focus. So go ahead, pick up your favorite set of crayons or pencil crayons or markers, find something fun to color and make it into a fun family activity, and go from there. So thank you again for listening. Take care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.